What if hockey's most hated player is actually its smartest? Meet Brad Marchand, the little pest with a giant mindset who cracked the code everyone else missed. While players twice his size were failing, this 5 feet 9 inches rat turned hate into $49 million, controversy into captaincy, and weakness into warfare. Everything you think you know about success in sports, this guy just rewrote the playbook. Draft day 2006. Picture being 18, standing 5 feet 9 inches in a sport where giants rule, watching 70 other players get picked first. Most kids crumble. Most quit. Brad Marchand? He made a blood oath that night. Halifax born, Hammond's Plains raised. This wasn't some privileged hockey royalty. While other prospects got handed development deals, Marchand got handed rejection slips saying, "Too small, too scrappy, won't make it." But here's Marchand's first masterstroke. He realized being overlooked is the ultimate stealth weapon. As teammate Patrice Bergeron once said, Brad's motor never stops. He outworks everyone because he's got something to prove every single day. Every scout who passed on him, they just gave him 70 reasons to prove them wrong. And Marchand's strategy didn't stop at size. Here's where Marchand became a psychological mastermind. When you can't overpower, you outthink. When you can't intimidate with size, you colonize their headspace. The rat wasn't an insult. It became his empire. Marchand discovered something sports psychologists spend years studying. 2.5 seconds of mental warfare affects performance for 20 minutes. Think about it. How many nice guys do you remember? But everyone knows Marchand. He turned controversy into currency, hate into headlines. Every stupid penalty an opponent took because they lost their cool. Marchand just won a chess match. Most players don't know they're playing. As former NHL player Sean Avery said, Marchand does what I did, but with elite skill behind it. This wasn't just pest behavior. This was calculated genius. In a league where everyone has talent, the mental game separates legends from footnotes. Then came the moment that silenced every doubter. Stanley Cup Final, 2011, Boston versus Vancouver. Careers live or die in these moments. Who steps up when champions are forged? The pest everyone said would never matter. Marchand didn't just contribute, he devastated. Game 3, shorthanded goal that broke Vancouver's spirit, giving Boston a commanding 3-0 lead. Game 4, clutch assists when it mattered most. He wasn't just playing hockey, he was rewriting what pest means. Here's Marchand's masterstroke. After winning the cup, instead of changing his style to be respectable, he doubled down. Why? Because he cracked the code. Being predictably unpredictable is unstoppable. Teams spent entire practices preparing for his mind games while forgetting he had elite hands and hockey IQ. Former teammate Milan Lucic said it best. Brad makes everyone around him better because he forces them to focus. The result? Another Stanley Cup and a legacy that changed how hockey views the little guy. But the numbers reveal the real truth. While haters focused on controversy, Marchand quietly demolished record books with elite numbers most clean players dream about. Multiple all-star selections, consistent 60-plus point seasons. First player ever to win 5 winner-take-all games against the same franchise. Talk about clutch DNA. His shootout percentage, nearly unstoppable at crucial moments. International resume, World Cup champion with Team Canada, proving elite recognition on hockey's biggest stage. These aren't fluke numbers. This is sustained excellence over a decade-plus career. But here's the mind-bender. In fact, his controversy fuels his performance. While opponents lose sleep scheming against his next move, Marchand's scoring goals and creating plays. He weaponized hate into competitive rocket fuel. Current teammate David Pasternak said, "Playing with Brad is easy. He creates so much chaos that I get open looks all night." The numbers don't lie. Marchand isn't surviving. He's dominating at hockey's highest level. Then came the ultimate plot twist that shocked the hockey world. January 2023. The impossible happened. Brad Marchand, hockey's most polarizing player, became captain of the Boston Bruins. Not assistant, not alternate. The captain of a franchise with 100 years of tradition. Think about that decision. An organization doesn't hand leadership to a liability. They give it to someone who embodies winning. Since becoming captain, Marchand has 42 goals and 51 assists, proving leadership elevated his already elite game. Former captain Zdeno Chara said it perfectly. Brad leads by example every single day. First to arrive, last to leave, and he'll do anything to help the team win. That's not villain behavior. That's championship DNA. The transformation isn't that Marchand changed. It's that hockey finally recognized what teammates always knew. His relentless work ethic, tactical intelligence, and refusal to accept losing made him the perfect leader for a winning culture. This promotion proved something powerful. Being different isn't a weakness when you're willing to be great at being different. But Marchand's greatest weapon isn't what you think. Here's Marchand's ultimate secret weapon. He's not just annoying. He's a sports psychologist who happens to play hockey. Every chirp, every post-whistle push, every controversial moment serves strategic purpose. While players react emotionally, Marchand operates 3 moves ahead, manipulating hockey's mental chessboard. He knows exactly which psychological buttons to push on specific players and precisely when to push them for maximum impact. The beautiful irony. Off ice, he advocates for mental health awareness. The guy who gets inside everyone's head professionally helps people heal psychologically. That's not contradiction. That's someone who understands mental dynamics better than most therapists. Boston sports psychologist Dr. Sarah Mitchell observed, Marchand weaponizes emotional intelligence in ways most athletes never consider. He reads psychological tells like a poker champion. Here's the most savage truth. Every time someone calls him dirty or cheap, they prove his strategy works perfectly. He's living rent-free in opponents' minds, while they pay him millions to stay there. That's not lucky, that's genius. So, what can his playbook teach you about life? Marchand's story transcends hockey. It's the blueprint for turning your worst disadvantage into your greatest weapon. Too small? He turned it into relentless speed and agility. Too controversial? He weaponized it into psychological warfare. Too hated? He transformed it into championship-fueling motivation and $49 million in earnings. While most people chase approval and try fitting in, Marchand embraced being different and weaponized what made him unique. He took every career-ending weakness and alchemized it into irreplaceable strength. Here's your challenge. What disadvantage are you letting define your limits? What weakness could become your secret weapon? What would your life look like if you stopped trying to be liked and started trying to be unforgettable? Marchand proved that polarizing beats invisible, that being feared trumps being forgotten, and sometimes the best victory strategy is making everyone else lose their minds trying to stop you. What is one disadvantage in your life that you can flip into your biggest strength? Drop it in the comments. Let's inspire each other to turn weaknesses into warfare. Remember, your biggest weakness is only an opportunity waiting to be weaponized into your greatest strength. Smash that subscribe button to get updated on my latest random facts videos, because who doesn't love a good meme and some unexpected truths? Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on game-changing content that'll flip your perspective on success. Stay tuned, champions. Let's crush it together.